Call to order the regular meeting of Rio Dell City Council. Roll call, please.
Mayor Barnes.
Excused.
Mayor Pro Tem Carter.
Here.
Councilmember Orr.
Here.
Councilmember
Recording
Wilson.
in progress.
Councilmember Woodall. Here.
We have nothing to report out of closed session. Please stand for the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Public presentations. This time is for persons who wish to address the council on any matter not on this agenda and over which the council has jurisdiction. As such, a dialogue with the council or staff is not allowed under the Ralph M. Brown Act. Items requiring council action not listed on this agenda may be placed on the next regular agenda for consideration if the council directs, unless a finding is made by at least 2/3 of the council that the item came up after the agenda was posted and is of an urgency nature requiring immediate action. Please limit comments to a maximum of 3 minutes. Welcome. Do you have public comment?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Do we have any hands raised? Do we have any emails?
No.
Going once, going twice. Closing public presentations, moving on to the consent calendar. Does any member of the council wish to remove an item from the consent calendar? Not me. Okay, going once, going twice. Okay, any member of the public wish to remove something from the consent calendar? Once, twice. Hearing none, I will entertain a motion to approve the consent calendar.
So,
I've got a motion. Do I have a second?
well, second.
Motion and a second, please vote. Motion carries 4-0. Moving on to the staff report and communications, page 104 in our packet. I'll hand it over to the city manager.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem Carter and members of the council. Staff did attend a meeting yesterday with HCOG and the Smith Group to review options for the Safe Streets for All program and some potential demonstration projects that the council may be interested in having us perform. The City Council approved the local road safety plan about 2 years ago, identifying really the intersection in front of City Hall, Davis Street and Wildwood Avenue as specifically the highest rate of motor vehicle accidents and rate of serious injury from motor vehicle accidents. So one of the potential projects there is to do a demonstration of a 4-way stop at this intersection. So there would be temporary stop bars located on Wildwood Avenue. This would be months down the road at the earliest, but I just wanted to give the council a heads up. Another potential project would be looking at the avenues and doing a demonstration project for the one-way street proposal that the traffic committee has been mulling over with W-Trans for a while. So those projects, again, just very preliminary meeting, trying to identify some initial projects that might improve traffic safety in Rio Dell. And then I have really fantastic news, what I really hope is fantastic news. And we'll find out in August. But tentatively, we are understanding that we are we're very likely to receive a $1.2 million grant for the remainder of the trail. As the council may recall, there was a cost overruns associated with the ADA portion of the Eel River Trail ramp. And so that portion of the project had to be omitted from the overall Eel River Trails project. So when you walk on the trail, you go to the very end, there's the old gravel staircase that you have to climb to get out to Davis Street. So the California Wildlife Conservation Board, that's the agency that the grant would be through, will have a hearing in August, and my understanding is funding for the project has been identified and is being recommended for approval. So we will find out in August. So that's fantastic news. And hopefully we can get shovels in the ground, in 2026. So that'll be exciting. So, with that, I will return, and answer any questions that the council may have on the staff report.
Thank you, city manager. Questions, Councilmember Wilson?
Yeah, whereabouts were you looking to do the four-way stop?
Right here on Davis and Wildwood. So right now, Wildwood, there is no stop signs. And so it would be, trying to figure out and the exact composition or how it plays out, I don't know. But it would basically just be a four-way stop.
Stop on Wildwood and Davis.
Yeah, so stop on Wildwood and on Davis. And you may have seen if you drove in Eureka over the last year or so, there's some random kind of reconfigurations of the roadway and Broadway and whatnot. Those are the type of demonstration projects. So they're basically temporary. So temporarily, a four-way stop would be set up, it would be evaluated, some data would be collected, then it would be taken down and get public comments on it, and then a decision would be made as to whether it was value added to turn it into a four-way stop.
And then on the one way on First Street, First Avenue, would that end up before the council? It's gonna be discussed in traffic committee.
Yeah, so it's gonna go to the traffic committee, and of course, the fire department is really the one pushing for that, for the fire truck accessibility of restricting parking and creating one-way lane traffic. And then the council authorized, or excuse me, council authorized and HCOG funded a traffic study for an evaluation that the traffic committee will be considering.
We went through this, once before. And things will be interesting when you come up with your studies. Because there was a bunch of issues about, particularly the mailbox thing. Was a big, this is back when Melissa was still on, Mark was still on the council. So that's sometimes. All right, that's all I have.
Thank you, Councilmember Wilson. Councilmember Orr, questions or comments?
No question.
Thank you. No questions or comments? Nope. Can you guess what my comment is? Zero cats transported to Miranda's rescue. I'm leaving here to go look at a cat situation to try to avoid them bringing it to Miranda's rescue, so I don't break my streak. Other than that, I just would like to thank city staff. You all always just do such a bang on job. So thank you for that. Questions on the staff report from the public? Okay, moving on, we do special presentations. We have presentation, Recology Eel River annual rate adjustments to solid waste franchise agreement, page 110 in our packets. City manager.
All right, thank you, Mayor Pro Tem Carter, members of the council. So this is an annual item that comes to this body annually in June. We are in a franchise agreement with Recology Eel River, was formerly Eel River Disposal, and has become Recology Eel River. And our franchise agreement, which is about to expire on December 31st, 2026, is coming up. So there will be more work and activity on that over the coming months related to updating the franchise agreement. And so we do have from Recology Eel River, Mr. Brett Hanks here to just give a short overview of any of the rate changes, and then be available to answer any questions that you might have. So, thank you.
Thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me. I'm Fred Hanks. I'm from Recology. I just have a quick summary. There's a lot to calculate the rates. You guys have it all in your packets. So the collection is CPI 3%. Disposal is the tipping fee. It went up 8.65%. And the overall average was 4.8% about. And what that means for the average residential person, a 32-gallon can, their bill's gonna go up $1.53. So it's fairly minimal. And that's a quick down and dirty if we don't want to get into all the numbers in your packet. So if anybody has any questions, I will do my best.
All right, thank you. Questions or comments, Councilmember Wilson?
Real quick on the one chart on the first page, back here on the fold down. The curbside recycle, is that? I mean, the green waste is $4 each.
Green waste will increase 2.3%. Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, so that's the one that you do that for the $4 is each month.
Correct.
And then the one above it, curbside recycle. Is that the additional $8 each month too?
Correct. That one's going up 2.5%.
So a 32-gallon can is 38 plus 8 plus
32-gallon garbage.
garbage
And then you have your recycle and your green waste as well.
and your green waste. So you got,
You'll have 3 cans.
so the green waste is, I'm sorry, the one 32-gallon can is 38, 8, and 4. Is that correct?
The 32-gallon can once a week will be $38.26.
And then your
Recycle would be $8.72 and green waste would be $4.03.
and
That's the new rate. That'd be the new rates.
yeah, and that's per month.
Correct.
Okay, and that's so when we get the bill, we get two, we're get 2 months at a time.
Yeah.
You know, thank you.
Thank you. Councilmember Moore, questions or comments?
Nothing.
Thank you, Councilmember Woodall. Nothing from you, and no questions or comments for me either. Thank you for coming all the way down here. That must be the shortest presentation of all time.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thanks for coming on down. Oh, I forgot to ask members of the public if you had any questions. Okay. All right, then we will move on to ordinances, special resolutions, and public hearings. Second reading by title only and adoption of ordinance number 417-2025, banning the sale of nitrous oxide in the city of Rio Dell. Page 121 in our packets. Handing it over to the city manager.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem Carter and members of the council. So this is the second reading of proposed ordinance 417. And the process here is I'll give a short review. It was recommended that the council open and receive any public comment, close the public comment. If there are changes that the council would like to make to the ordinance, that we do so, give direction to staff and continue the meeting. Or the option number 5, which is the motion to do the final adoption of ordinance 417. So the city council held a first reading and introduction of this ordinance at the regularly scheduled meeting of June 3rd, which was your last regularly scheduled meeting. And back on August 20th, 2024, your council also held a meeting to discuss the banning of nitrous oxide. And the consensus of the council was for staff to return with the ordinance. Since that meeting, staff has been working with public health and the county of Humboldt and our neighboring cities to craft a unified ordinance to create a cohesive and consistent ban across the jurisdictions. So you did receive a presentation from County Public Health, the Public Health Division at your June 3rd meeting. So I won't belabor the detailed points on the reasons for a nitrous oxide ban. But with that, I'd recommend that the council go ahead and open the public hearing, receive any public comments, close that hearing, and then make a motion to adopt ordinance 417.
Thank you, city manager. I'm going to open it up to public comment. If anybody has anything to say about this ordinance, come on up. Will you introduce yourself and then continue?
Thank you, council. So my name is Eric Keller Heckman. I'm the executive director of Humboldt Waste Management Authority, which Rio Dell is a member agency of. We wanted to express our support behind this ordinance for the city of Rio Dell. As staff mentioned, a majority of jurisdictions are working with the county and DHHS to pass ordinances all throughout the county. How this affects HWMA and member agencies together, outside of the numerous health issues that it creates an incredibly difficult waste stream for us to manage. So that is why we are here in support of this ordinance tonight. Thank you.
Thank you so much for being here. Other public comment from people in the. Okay, are there any hands raised? Do we have any emails? Staff? Anything? Okay. So let's go to the council now. Councilmember Wilson, do you have any questions or comments about the ordinance as it stands now?
No, I think it's a good idea in the past. Do the best we can to get it removed from the city, at least make it harder for them to sell it.
Yeah. Thank you, Councilmember Orr, same question.
No, I agree with Councilmember Wilson. It's time for this.
Thank you, Councilmember Wilson, Woodall, sorry.
No, it's been a long time coming. Good to do it now.
Wonderful. I agree. I just wanted to get one thing out there. Page 122 at the very bottom, it says this ordinance will not unduly burden legitimate business activities of retailers who sell other products. Does that include restaurants? Do the restaurants still?
Yes, it can, Councilmember,
Okay,
remember that, under the exceptions, you can still have it as, paid food.
and I just wanted to make that known. So, we're not banning whipped cream. Just recreational use. Okay, beyond that, I have no further questions or comments, so I will entertain a motion to adopt ordinance number 417-2025, creating chapter 9.30, title, Rio Dell Municipal Code pertaining to the sales of nitrous oxide, and further creating a comprehensive nitrous oxide ordinance. Anybody? So moved. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Second, motion to second, please vote. Motion carries 4-0. Moving on to council reports and communications. Councilmember Woodall, let's go to you first this time.
Okay, I just wanted, we had the meeting about the Blue and Yellow project, and I just wanted, it was well attended, and I wanted to thank our police officers, chief for participating in the program, and also our fire department.
Yeah, it
And I think it's a good program. Thank you.
was a lovely event.
Oh, got one more.
Hold on.
Oh, we're at the opening of the trail.
Mhm.
I attended that, and everybody, it was well attended, and Deborah did a wonderful job. So I just wanted to thank everybody that came to the opening.
And I was bummed I had to work. Thank you, Councilmember Woodall. Let's go on to Councilmember Orr.
Attended HCOG yesterday. It was a makeup meeting. They talked a lot about the CRP eligibility, the carbon reduction program. Trying to draw from the ever shrinking pot of money that the state allows. They're taking projects right now. And one of them that I thought could apply to Rio Dell specifically was the lighting, the downtown lighting, putting in energy efficient street lighting, street signs. Other than that, the HCOG is talking or looking at taking a bigger role in the environmental aspect of this because of how much transportation occurs and how much we deal with transportation. So more to come.
Thank you, Councilmember Orr. Moving on to Councilmember Wilson.
I didn't have HWMA because we had a closed session. So I had to cancel that. But other than that, then next week will be RCEA discussions. And that's all I have to.
All right, thank you. Now for the long one, the Blue Envelope launch was a really, really good turnout, and I also want to thank our first responders. Just you were there and you were accessible to the community, and I think just demystified yourselves, and I appreciate that. And it was just a lovely event, very well attended. The bike rodeo this past weekend, I thought was also a really fun event. Once again, thanks to our police officers. The kids have a lot of fun. It was a good time. I'm always happy for those reoccurring events that people can just kind of count on the Saturday before Father's Day. We know it's the bike rodeo. So she's not here, but also many thanks to Sarah Reback over at the Resource Center, who puts together a lot of really good things for this community. Okay, I attended the fire commissioners meeting last week. They received 84 calls in May. They are working on their bocce ball courts. They're revamping them before Wildwood Days, if y'all have noticed the heavy equipment over there. Our department's getting a new wildland fire truck grant funded, which they're all very excited about, and it will be a good addition. And the last main message was that fire season is like now. It's here. You know, pay attention to weed abatement and, you know, things of that nature, because it is definitely fire season. I have REDEC meeting on June 23rd. There is a school board meeting on June 26th. We have a nuisance advisory meeting tomorrow at 3 p.m. here in the council chambers. Directly following that, there will be a traffic committee meeting also tomorrow in the council chambers at 4 p.m. I attended a webinar today along with city staff about revitalizing downtown areas in rural cities with small budgets. And you know what it really did was validate the things that we've done right so far. A lot of these, here's a creative idea. It's like, oh no, we've done that. So there were also new ideas on there too, and I was happy to hear it. And I did think it was helpful. And I want to thank city staff for bringing that webinar to my attention, and for several of you attending yourselves. Lastly, I have received so much positive feedback about this trail. People come up to me all the time. Oh, I went down there. Oh my, I didn't even know I could bring my kayak there. The only tiny complaint I've received is that the parking lot's always full, which I don't think is a bad thing. So I think it's such a boon to our community. I'm really happy to hear that we might get a chance to finish that out sooner rather than later. People come walk their dogs and then come up to me and tell me how great Rio Dell is, and they never realized it, you know, so I think it's been a wonderful thing. That's it for me. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
So
Okay, and a second?
Second.
Do you guys supposed to stay here? All right, meeting adjourned. Until, what is it? July 1st. Really, July 1st. You're right. Regular meeting July 1st. Thank you all.